Today, I'm taking on the biggest project I've ever done in this world. I'm building a massive castle, but not just any castle. Hidden inside is a creeper farm, because I keep running out of gunpowder for rockets. Welcome back to Just Create. Before we get started with this build, consider subscribing and leaving a like. It helps me a ton and keeps you up to date with all my new videos. Before we can get started on anything today, I need to explore what on earth this is, because this doesn't bode well. Because I am the proud owner of... Wait, where's Beardy's IOU? Uh-oh. Okay, back safe and secure. What I was saying though, I am the proud owner of 4 IOUs, and this doesn't bode well because I don't want them to unionize. So I think we've got to go and have a little chat with the fox. Foxy.
Hello?
Hello? Whoa.
Yes.
Wow. Big changes. Foxy, what is the giant sign?
It's nothing.
Nothing. You didn't think I'd notice it? Well, it's pointed right at my base.
Funnily enough, I need to come to talk to you about it actually. So basically, right. So you've been asking for IOUs from people.
Yeah.
No problem with that at all. Absolutely fine. Not a problem. But I've decided to, because I'm all about fairness and equality.
Okay.
I've decided to ask the people that were getting the IOUs from others. So yourself and Chosen, if I could basically have everyone else's IOU on my name instead.
Well, why would you? Why?
Well, I just, the other players, they're not as expert as me. They've not been around as long. That they're not in.
Can I just get you to terraform my entire base then?
Well, once everything's signed and sealed, and when I've got all of the IOUs transferred over to the correct name, then yeah, you can pick whatever you want. Get me to do anything you like. Well, I say get me to do it. Get the person who the IOU. Yeah, they'll be
Yeah. So you, because you own it. Yeah.
It'll be my name on it. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that still works. I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to do it now? Should we go and change them all over?
Oh right, because I have. Yeah. Well, I suppose.
Yeah. And then everyone else is out of debt. Then I mean, to be fair, I've only had permission from Jojo for Chosen and Mr. Beardstone. I haven't spoken to Eggs or Throwlash yet because they're normally asleep when I'm away.
Well, I'm sure they'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't mind.
Wish to transfer all of your IOU debt to Foxy No Tail and you'll be free. No charges, no strings, no worries.
Exactly.
Oh, there's so many things in here.
Very kind. Well, it means to make sure people know what they're signing away.
Wait, have you been scammed? I've not scammed anybody, Foxy. I've delivered on the goods I've promised. I've even improved the goods.
Scam's a strong word.
Yeah, it's a very strong word.
I felt it was necessary to get people in and, really, make them realize what's happened to them and therefore want to get rid of their IOUs onto me.
You're just going to re-sign this on your name instead?
Yep. Yeah, I don't suppose you've got an anvil on you, have you? I'm a bit short of iron. I'll just be back in a minute. Just 1 second.
Wait.
No, I'm not taking them. I'm just going to grab something. I forgot. I needed something. 1 second. And these are all of the IOUs that you've taken from people, yes?
Yeah, except yours.
Except mine, of course. Yeah, because mine's going to have my name in it already. That makes sense. Just 1 moment, please. I just need something out of my storage. There it is. There we go. Right, I'm ready. So this is just... Oh, geez. There's all sorts of things going on here. I'm just going to change them all to just IOU Foxy No Tail, yeah?
Yep, that sounds good.
Brilliant. So all of those are now IOUs from Foxy No Tail. If you would like to just check those for me, please.
Yeah, that looks correct.
Excellent. And yeah, that's great then. Thank you very much. Good.
Have a good one, Foxy. I guess, I gotta figure out what I still want to do with these, because I still don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, anything you decide, just come this way, and Foxy No Tail will be at your service.
All right, well, we'll do then. Thanks, I guess.
No worries, bud. Have a good day.
Yeah, have a good one. That was really strange. Why would he want all the IOUs? I mean, I guess it doesn't actually matter, and theoretically, he'd be able to play more than, say, Eggs or Throwlash, because he's full time, so maybe I can make him do even more annoying stuff than just this is gonna be good. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Okay, and with the first distraction out of the way, let's start today's project, where I think the optimal place to start is the creeper farm itself. But for this we need fish. Mr. Badstone. Yep. Hi, what's up?
Jeez, you're right there.
Yeah, I accidentally.
I was expecting you to be at the door, so I looked at the door.
No, I started talking outside, and then I realized I was deafened.
Oh, scared the life out of me.
I'm sorry. Hi.
Jeez.
Do you have fish? I will take any and all fish.
I don't think I have any.
What do you mean direct access has been locked?
Oh, sorry. There was a fox here earlier. Can't be trusted.
Well, my free items. I mean, what?
What?
No, what?
Right. Okay. I have 3 fish total.
3 fish? That's perfect. I'll take that.
Why do you want fish?
Well, tropical fish won't actually work for me, so I'll take the 2 salmon. Chosen. Hi.
Hello.
Do you have fish?
No, actually.
Like none?
None.
0.
Foxy? Oh, he's AFK. Alright, well, he won't mind if I steal his den. So just here, and we just search. Cod? Salmon? Come on. Oh, he has fish. Perfect. Just gonna steal that. Now that I've stolen from all my server mates, or well, like trying to steal because no one had any fish, I am still missing a bunch of it, so I've gone out here to a nearby ocean and want to spend a bit of time gathering some cod and salmon. And why do we need this much fish, you may ask yourself? Well, I want to build a cat-based creeper farm and I need about 128 cats, so let's first of all find and tame a few cats. But with my crazy cat person era started, let's start on the actual farm, where I first need to grab the drills we have, which won't be enough. So grabbing some andesite and iron to make a bit more andesite alloy. While we wait for that, I want to try and uncover some old chests, as I think, yep, are rope pulley. Quickly grabbing a stack of iron and heading down here, putting the casing machine we recently built to good use. With that alloy, we can now craft up a stack of drills and use these to create the big drill that will dig out the hole for our creeper farm. Well, that wasn't enough drills, so let's steal some from Chosen's drill and craft up 2 more stacks to complete the entire drill. Ready for us to send to the bottom of the world, clearing out the space for the creeper farm in just a few short minutes. I've got the drill cleaned up now, and we need a lot of resources to build the farm itself. First on the list is cutting down a bunch of trees for trapdoors. I'm also going to need a bunch of carpets, so already getting a start on those by shearing the sheep, grabbing a few shulkers of stone over by a future project, and then breeding the cats once more. With all the materials on hand, we can start building the actual farm itself, building in the first 10 layers. I also extend up the middle bit all the way up, which means we can get the water placed in here at the top. Then down at the bottom, filling this in with soul sand, and we can fill in the edges with kelp to create our bubble elevator. Now that we have an easy way up, we can start throwing cats down to the bottom layers. Totally, definitely safe for the cats. And now it's just a matter of repeating this process, building the floors and throwing down the cats all the way to the top, completing 31 layers of this. With that done, I'm in the nether to gather up a bunch of glowstone to craft redstone lamps with. Back in the overworld, smelting up a bit of copper and crafting that into transmitters and then redstone links. I'm doing this so that I can turn the farm on and off, going down all 4 sides, adding in 4 of these lamps on each layer.
Damn! Hello? Hello? Which door is it? Which one are you hiding in? Which door are you hiding in? Is it this one? This one right here? What are these doors? Hold on. That's a window. Oh, is this the side house?
Yeah, that's very much not where I live. It's my storage.
Oh, okay. I wanted to show off. I did it. I did the thing.
Oh, you did the thing.
I did the thing.
It
was very scary. I mean,
are you just here to show off?
No, I was actually planning on starting up a new IOU fund since well, Foxy
took
over,
all my IOUs.
He took and it took the JoJo's from mine, but I was wondering if it would be ethical to maybe re IOU to JoJo. I mean, possibly for netherite gear. I bet that would be a great.
You really just want JoJo as your puppet, don't you? Like really bad.
Well, no, I will go for everyone again. I mean, that would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can help you if you want. I don't really want to give out an IOU.
What if we team up?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we should do. We should unionize against the IO union, you know?
Yeah. We should. I think that would be fantastic because I mean, as of right now, I mean, all that he did was he took the IOU, so he freed up the JoJo for another one.
Exactly. No, he just freed them up for getting another one.
I don't know. I was just rolling ideas.
I do like the idea. We do have to discuss that more. Definitely. Let me know what I can do to help for sure. Because I wouldn't mind more IOUs.
I know the first thing that would help is a drill that accidentally goes rogue.
Oh, and drills that down?
Maybe.
We just want to send it through the Nyon part of it, so it's just this IOU.
A giant piston pusher that just pushes it out of the way.
I do like that, actually. Yeah. I might get I mean, it would be a shame if that happened. Really, truly. And now that we have the farm fully built, or well, okay, the spawning part fully built, because we still need to transport these to the kill chamber and, well, actually build the kill chamber. But we have a lot of resources just left over from this, so I want to just quickly move that all back to the base. Definitely ended up with a lot of excess resources from that, like a bunch of copper that I've already smelted down and tons of stone. But of course, if we walk out here now and look up to the hill, I mean, we can't even see it. It's the hole is right there. And this isn't really going to cut it. Plus, the farm isn't really done, like I said. So we need to get some material gathering going because I really want to encase this farm in a castle. Do I really just want to build a castle? Yeah, I really just want to build a castle. And what better place to start than the stone material since we now have so many of these. And already just 4 different types of stone. Actually, well, I guess 5 if we grab this black stone. We're already up to almost 3 filled choco boxes. This is going to be quite a big build. But we don't have quite all of the stone blocks we need, as I actually need to go and gather a few blocks. First of all, we'll just stop by down here. Foxy, you home? I don't think he's home. Let's just see. Let's see. Ah, he doesn't have any endstone. Okay. Oh, there he is. Run away. I'd like to save myself for my trip to the end. And maybe... 4, I need 16. Looks like we're gonna have to take a trip to the end nonetheless. No! Eggs is our savior. Just need to yoink 16 of these. Thanks, Eggs. Flying up north now, though. Stopping in the jungle here for just a little quick cocoa bean gathering session. Because I need a bunch of brown dye. Stack of cocoa beans should be more than enough, so continuing the journey up north. We're arriving in the mesa. We need to gather up some brown terracotta. 3 stacks of brown terracotta should be enough for us, as I don't plan to use it too much, as this darker brown palette is something I want to use on, I think, the towers of the castle. But while we are up here, I actually need to grab a bunch of sandstone. But thinking about it, I probably could have taken sand from Chosen and crafted it up, as the sand is completely free to take. But this is more satisfying. I think that's enough. Ready for us to head back home. And here we grab a bit more gravel and sand, and we can just get those crushed down. We need to craft at least... Oh, right, mate. Crafting table's a little hidden here. I got too many shulker boxes going on. We need to craft down... Let's see, a stack, 2 stacks, I think 30 stacks of brown concrete powder. One of these will just drop in the box. This brown concrete powder, we could go to that new factory, but I'm just gonna keep washing stuff in here. It's great. So it looks like those are now turned into brown concrete. Perfect. How much mud do we have? Not a lot. I'm definitely gonna need more than that, so let's grab maybe 4 stacks of dirt, and this we can just pop on down into the workshop down here, into the water mixer, which will get that all mixed up into mud. Perfect. So we'll just leave that going. Wait, I did not put this much. Oh, I must have already left some dirt in here earlier and then forgot about it. Well, I guess it's always helpful. Now we just need to pop by this farm over here, and I think we'll do Throlash a little service by throwing out a few seeds, since they aren't really the thing you want, and we'll take a bit of wheat, just a little bit. But back at the base with these, we can just combine these to make some packed mud for ourselves. Actually, might as well just combine all of it. We'll just keep 2 of those as is, and I really gotta clear away these shulker boxes. We'll make maybe 4 stacks of mud bricks, where I'm gonna need a bunch of mud brick walls, a lot of mud brick slabs, and just for good measure, a few stairs. Now I think this is pretty much all of the stone-ish materials. So we'll just place these in here now, and I can actually access my crafting table again. And before we do anything else, I do actually want to use a bunch of this copper that I have. And luckily we have another stack of blocks in case this isn't enough. But we'll craft these into blocks of copper, and then using the stone cutter, turn those into copper grates. Although, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more than this. Yep, it's time to smelt up this stack of copper as well. So we'll just pop down in here into the super smelter beardy build and get this cooked up. Craft that into blocks as well. And with this, we can use the oxidizer stuff. And let's see, what do I want to do? So I'm gonna want, let's take 16 of these. How fast is this thing? Oh, that's gonna take a while. Make like another 8 and another 12, in fact. Is this such a handy add-on and a feature I really think should be in base create. Now we're gonna keep 8 of these as exposed. We're then going to, well, take the rest and age that down another tier. Keep 12 and age down yet another 16. Oh wait, no, I miscounted. I'm gonna need another 16. Okay, that's fine. For now, this will work as we'll wax up all of this. I guess it doesn't actually matter if we wax the oxidized copper. It also doesn't matter if we don't because it's completely free to do. Just heading over to this crafting table here. We'll need to craft up about a half a stack of copper trap doors, which I'm hoping also work with the add-on. Yep, they do perfect, as these need to go down a 1 age. And I think in my future main base factory workshop thing, I'm definitely going to have this set up via frog ports to be able to like send blocks of copper or just raw copper stuff that aren't oxidized at all, and I can send them to different machines to get different variations of it, so I don't have to run it back over and over and over again in the same one. But we'll wax this up as well, and this. Like at the base, we're turning all of these into copper grates because I'm absolutely obsessed with these, and I think these will go fantastically well for our windows in the castle. And we'll just grab a little shulker box here to plunk them into. Now, would this really be a castle without iron bars? I don't think so. And while we wait for that to arrive, we'll craft up a bunch of cupcap panels, craft up a few more iron bars. I think we're gonna need about a stack, so we'll just keep the rest in storage. With a lot of just crafting in the base, it's time to gather some blocks, and surprisingly I don't need too many more blocks, but what I do need is a ton of different wood bits, so spending some time chopping down a ton of different trees. Brought all this back to the base, and we got a healthy amount of wood supplies, and this isn't really all of it either. And we're gonna need a fair bit of iron for the next wood bits. Start just crushing up these as we do need vaults here in a bit. But with the rest of this, let's just grab a few stacks of spruce. Just grab these and craft up a few stacks of smithing tables, as I want to use these as a roof. Just throw those in here as I don't have any more space in the wood boxes. We don't need too much create components today, but we do need some belts. I'm gonna have to make one more precision mechanism. Get another one of those made right there. And oh right, of course we need the cogs for that as well. We have 1, 2, and then let's grab 2 more stacks of spruce logs because we're gonna need a couple of vaults here. We have a bunch of slabs. That's, yep, good recipe stamp. And then a bunch of barrels, and we even need more wood. Good thing I have so much left over from all the trapdoors on the creeper farm. Craft that into our vaults then. We need 1 more brass casing now. Let's see, is it an iron sheet, I think? And a bit of dried kelp. In fact, we'll probably just make a new stack. All this allows us to craft up a dried kelp blocks, which we can make an elevator pulley with. Then grabbing redstone and cobblestone out of there, we can craft up a few more redstone contacts with that, so that we can use for the elevator itself. And that should be about the create components we need. And I used up all of the moss earlier, creating the mossy stone blocks. So heading down into the caves and grabbing a couple more stacks of that. Back at the storage, I put this into a box here now, and just grabbing a few more bits and bobs. Let's craft up a bunch of coarse dirt. And now just heading off in some direction here, as I need to gather up a bunch of grass and ferns. Ooh, just flying around looking for tall grass here, but I actually need to stock up on rooted dirt, so ooh, someone's been here. I'm sure there will be enough, right? Well, that ended badly in a water cave. And here's another tree, luckily, though, so we'll grab up some rooted dirt for this. We do have a recipe to make it, but that's annoying because I have to make roots, and I don't have a good root farm at the moment, so this is just faster. Alright, that should be enough for now. We'll probably make a rooted dirt farm here pretty soon. Back from that trip with the rooted dirt, grass, and fern, and we have 3 boxes of just, oh, well, 2 and a bit of nature blocks. And then we got these 3 down here, 2 actually, which aren't even full either. But that's a lot of blocks. And I think we're ready to start building this castle. With the materials moved over, the first thing I want to build is the pathway leading from the storage warehouse, snaking its way up the hill to the base of the castle. Eventually, I want this to also run through a little canyon in the mountain over towards Beardy's power building. But that's a future plan. As for now, just bringing in a little bit of foliage and terrain work. Pathway's looking really, really good, snaking its way down the mountain, and it's nice to have a little pathway leading up to the castle ready. But let's actually start working on the castle itself, where I want to bring out our first pallet with a bunch of granite. Let's see, we're gonna need to use rooted dirt, coarse dirt, along with a few wooden bits, grabbing a few spruce planks and jungle planks. We should get the lighter blocks as well with some birch and oak. So starting us off down here, we're gonna start building up the main entrance to this castle and creeper farm. Starting us with the light up blocks, and we're going to be moving into brighter and brighter as we move upwards. But not only that, we're also going to be bringing in some shadows around windows, which I think we'll bring in the first two right here. So a couple of coppercat panels, we'll just bring that in right there, and then fill those in with some waxed cut copper, I was gonna say, but that's waxed copper grates. Continuing the wall upwards. Where if we just fly off the top here, we land down on the little storage building. This is one of the palettes I want to use, where you see it's darker towards the bottom, where some shadows would gather, and then it gets a little brighter here on the edges towards the middle. There's a bit of shadow underneath the windows. I think we'll put some defenses on top of this part here, since this is a castle after all. That will just leave a little shadow on the top trim of the walls. Starting the other sides of that for now, and let's just leave these materials again, as I want to switch them out for our birch, a bit of bamboo, and then looking through our stone boxes, we need some smooth sand, end stone, and even more in here. Instead of the grates, I want to use the wax exposed copper trap doors, and we're gonna start working on the structure next to this one. Starting us off down here, we're gonna start with our birch logs, and we're gonna follow the same principle of the first one, where we are really working with the blocks to shade this. It's getting a little dark here, but let's just bring in some copper exposed trap doors for 2 windows. And the reason I grabbed the bamboo is actually because I want to use a little bit of that right here, bringing this in, making the windows just a little shorter and a splash of color. But we'll finish this wall off now. Just these 2 structures are looking pretty good, a little floaty, but we'll get around to that. And I think I want to continue just adding in way more of these around. And what are these surrounding? Of course, the main structure of this castle, which will house our kill chamber and a storage for the creeper farm. Building this up with the same palette as the entrance area, not just as a rectangle, but a few different shapes to make it feel a little more alive. And it's very much a work in progress, but okay, don't look at that side. It's a work in progress, okay? But even I'm maybe doubting it a little bit. I'm sure it will turn out great. And let's just not think about all the holes in it and fix up one of them, which is this window right here. This is actually very, very tall. Want to get in a few upside down mud brick stairs and just a polished granite here at the top. And then run down some of these. And then as I've been using this throughout, honestly, I don't think I'm going to build a lavish interior to this. I mean, maybe I will one day. No chance. I'm using the copycat so that the interior actually won't look that bad, but yeah, knowing me, I probably won't ever build an interior here. But let's get this extended in nonetheless. And replicating this on the other big window. Just like that, and we can clear that away as we fall down. And I do really want to do a bit more touching up on the terrain so that this maybe starts looking a little better, but I think I want to put together the kill chamber just first, because that is a crucial part. And I mean, I would like to get the creeper farm up and running, although it will be a little bit until that happens. And I'm just looking through these boxes aimlessly. And to do this, what I want to build in is definitely the elevator that takes us between all of the floors, first of all. Where I think this is actually all I need, and well, we're gonna have to clear a little bit of space here from the entrance, where I want to line myself up with that little entrance right there. Bring ourselves down so that we can get down to the first floor. Running back in here, let's get our elevator built in. I'm going to use a redstone contact on this wall. Is that lined up? Yes, it is. Connect that up to that guy. We're going to use some industrial iron here in the middle and pretty much create the exact same elevator I used over at the experience farm. Stack up our chains, repeating what we did on the bottom just up here, and then our contraption controls and glue, which I don't have on me because it's in here. And that's pretty much good to get. Oh, actually, wait, what I forgot. How do we make a desk bell? Oh, that's really easy. Just put these 2 together. I think this can be placed in the roof, right? Yes, it can. We just hop on in here then and place this up here. Okay, it's a little maybe in the way, but that's fine. Just go ahead and glue that up. And then we need to get the actual elevator bit in, which as long as we are above that should be good. We just need to get, let's see here, bring in the elevator pulley, then rotation speed controller, large cog, and our water wheel, which we can just spin right here from the side. Now not pretty at all, but we're not going to go with those high up. Just do that and then speed this up to 64. Click on that, which connects it down to the bottom. And, well, we don't have any floors. Just rotate this east. Nope, west. No, that doesn't actually work. Wait, why haven't you turned into elevator blocks? Oh, okay, so that, okay, it's just a bug with the rotating menu. If you didn't know, you can buy a key now and you can just hold that key down and you can decide on how to rotate a block. It's really, really cool. You have to have a wrench though, but super, super handy feature. What we can't test now though is if we just, I guess we'll rename these on the way up. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Okay, this is going to be the storage and this... Ding! Oh, I love that. And this is going to be a creeper farm. Perfect. I mean, I know you can't see it right now, but I can keep going up and down. Ding, ding. Ah, that is really satisfying. So let's make the interior make a little bit more sense at least. First, digging away a bunch of terrain at the bottom of the castle to fit the first floor in. Then continuing up throughout the castle, building up the storage floor, and finally the kill chamber. It's not things special, and well, I haven't really thought out any interior parts for this, but at least it's a little more cleaned up when you're taking the elevator. The entire castle still looks like a mess, but we're getting there, and it's still, trust the process. But let's head down the floor and let's actually get this kill chamber in. But before we do that, we do need a storage for everything, so we're just gonna bring in one vault right here where you always have a lot of space underneath in case we need to bring in even more in the future. But that is looking pretty good. And then we need to start working up from this. We're 2 blocks in from this. We're going to go up with 2 lines of hoppers. And then we're going to just get a little bit of stone brick here on the sides. Actually, just put a torch here for the future. Then getting some rails in between here with some minecart hoppers. As this is going to be a very vanilla kill chamber. Because honestly, I'm scared that the deployers are going to cause the creepers to, well, you know, explode. And this just seems way safer. So we're going to be using a bunch of magma blocks so that the farm is actually fully automatic. But we can still come here and hit them for XP, of course. We might come back and change this in the future, but for now, I'm just going to probably take the blocks of the walls around it. Perfect. Sorted on this side. Let's just bring the elevator up another level here and hop off before we get squeezed into the roof. But this is actually pretty good. We're going to bring in a couple of shafts here because this is how we're going to bring the creepers in to the actual farm from over there, which is a fair bit away, but we'll get to that part a little later. As for now, we just need a couple of chains right here, and then a couple more blocks to not let the creepers out, and then a few chains in here so that the creepers actually don't explode. I'm guessing that's what this is for. It makes sense. It's not really my design. Eventually, we'll probably bring in just a sword in the area here that you can stand slice them with, because obviously you want sharpness and looting on that for maximum gunpowder. And I think, from what I know, this creeper farm is actually pretty good at giving you XP, and it might even be better than the spawners, but we'll see. And I do definitely have to light a lot of caves around for it to be that good. For now though, this sort of does complete this side of the farm. So before we finish up the creeper farm itself, let's finish up most of the terrain around the castle. This involves a fair bit of digging, clearing out the space for a canyon, and then building up our rigid cliffs all over the place to support this castle, adding in a layer of foliage to it and a path through the canyon. I'm also adding in all of the water for a field of sugarcane behind the castle, because of course the main reason for building this creeper farm is to craft rockets, and can't have rockets without sugarcane. And I'm walking through the canyon now. The castle still looks like a mess, but at least the terrain is looking good around it. I mean, it's progress. And before we actually finish up this side of the castle and complete the creeper farm, let's go ahead and plant that sugarcane field I just built. And to do this, I'm thinking we just sneak on over here, grab maybe a few stacks of this. Like 500, in fact. Sure, that would be good. I've also got a shulker box of water buckets in case we need even more, but I have waterloaded all of these, and yeah, we are gonna need more.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
What are you doing?
Planting sugarcane, making a big old field. Oh, and a castle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I was more wondering what was going on with this as opposed to the sugarcane, but
yeah,
this is a lot of sugarcane.
It is a lot of sugarcane.
Manual farm or something.
Yeah, and a field. I like fields.
I mean, that's fair.
Who doesn't like a good old field, you know?
I do like a good old field. This is awesome.
Yep, it's a work in progress creeper farm.
A creeper farm. Oh,
indeed.
A creeper farm.
Well, the creeper farm is actually pretty much much done. I have the killing chamber and I have the actual farm. I just need to route the creepers up there, but that's not really done.
Right. Okay, a creeper farm, you say?
Yes, that's why I'm planting so much sugarcane so I can make rockets without stealing from Joseph.
No, you can't. No, you can't make... No. No,
Yeah,
you can't do
I'm gonna
that.
make rockets and I'm gonna sell them and I'm gonna make money from everyone on the server.
Well, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna like make an automatic sugarcane farm. I was gonna make like a big mob farm for the gunpowder.
I've already beat you to the punch here.
I was too slow. I was too busy focusing on making power for everyone to exploit them. I mean, to provide power for everyone to reduce lag.
All right. Okay.
Oh, dang it. Fine. Are you gonna need power in your rocket shop?
I mean, maybe, but the factory uses no stress units at all. I guess he's not making any money. Let's continue planting our sugarcane. Although it does make a good point about this being very manual. Maybe I do need a Oh, Beardy! Oh, rascal! I'm just trying to plant my field.
All right, look, Stan.
Oh.
Look, I've been thinking. I lashed out.
Maybe a little bit.
I maybe lashed out. I maybe got a little bit sad.
Yeah.
How about, because this is a manual farm, how about I still make an automatic farm?
Okay.
And I import your gunpowder, have a little factory that auto makes the rockets, and then we have like a joint venture rocket shop.
So I don't have to build a sugarcane farm?
No, and I won't charge the factory for the electricity either, because I'm nice like that.
You won't charge your own factory for electricity?
I won't even put it on a meter system.
Oh.
I'll just let it have electricity because I'm nice like that.
Oh, how kind of you.
Yeah, but what do you reckon? So like, I'll make a sugarcane farm, and then we'll just automate the little rocket factory type thing, which I'm happy to do, or we can work on it together, and then we'll build a little shop in the shopping district that doesn't exist yet, but I'm sure it will very soon.
I'm sure it will.
Well, when we start putting down shops, it will.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And
a
then
tempting
we can have
offer.
like a joint business, and we can just go 50-50.
50-50, huh? All you have to do is build a little spinny thing.
No, I have to build an entire factory that automates the building of the rockets as well.
Okay. But I spent 8 hours building a creeper farm. It's not even done yet.
All right, well, I'll build the sugarcane farm really slowly.
Okay. If you build the sugarcane farm and you build the thing that assembles it, and I don't have to pay for power from your company with your factory that you built, 50-50, and we build the shop together.
Yes, yeah.
Sounds like a
I mean,
deal?
obviously, if you want the power in the rest of your stuff, obviously, you know, there's still a metering system. I can't, you know.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. But obviously, the rocket factory, you know, if it's something that technically I own, then,
Of course,
you know, it's fine. Yeah,
it's fine.
Of course, yeah. No fees.
All right. Well, I think maybe shake on that.
Okay, yeah, no, that seems fair.
that
I'll also
gonna
give you back the
shape
2
back?
bits of sugarcane
thanks.
that I stole when I destroyed your field earlier.
Yeah, thank you. I stole them from Chosen already, so you know, it's fine.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and I do apologise for destroying your field. I lashed out.
Yeah,
was
it's fine,
immature.
Beardy. It's fine. It
It was
happens.
immature of me.
Happens.
Yeah. Anyway, it's dark and scary. I'm going to bed.
Well, I lit everything up. Okay, well, I think that might be a pretty good venture. I mean, maybe I should have asked for a little more of the percentage, considering how long I've spent building this gunpowder farm so far, but it's fine. Oh,
Hey,
hi.
it did just occur to me. We're going to need to build a rocket shop as well.
Yeah? I did
I don't
say
really
that.
mind who does that. It's entirely up to you. Like we
I
can do it
did say we're
together,
gonna
or
work
we
on that
can
together,
do it.
just like 2 seconds ago, and you
well,
agreed.
Okay, cool. I've clearly got a memory like a fish.
Sugarcane field is really looking good, and of course the terrain is also looking good. Then we should probably continue working on the castle. So I want to finish off the main keep before we actually move on. And I mean, one thing we can add in super quickly here is just that door that goes down here. Just gonna use some dark oak for that. Super simple, nothing too special at all. And we will also just grab some polished granite slabs and just put them right there. Next thing, I want to grab spruce logs and wood, our dark oak, let's see, brown wool, and our brown blocks, together with oxidized copper grates, which don't really need to be oxidized, but they are, so it's fine. With these blocks, starting to build up the main tower of this castle. Not too big, just a simple 5x5 going up way above the current walls. On top of this, building up a deep slate roof, going from deep slate tiles to cobble deep slate at the top. Now this adds another dimension to this castle, truly. And yes, I have been seeing a lot of comments about my flatter building styles, and I know a lot of you are skeptical on it, but I've actually been really enjoying the flatter style and using the shading of the blocks and the brightness of them to create artificial edges. And I've been successful at all the places like this building, but this castle I've really worked with it a lot. And as you can see, there is no overhang, and when I zoom in on this tower roof, I will admit it doesn't look the best. But if we were to just fly over here to the IO Union sign and we stand on top of this looking at the castle, it all of a sudden doesn't really matter. because with the darker blocks that are up there, it kind of creates a artificial shadow on the building and creates and gives it more shape. And I've gone actually really simple with this entire castle so far, and we'll continue to do it for the rest. And it's very much one of those builds meant to be viewed from a distance. So let's continue finishing up this main keep. I want to add in another 2 towers. It's much smaller, only being 2 by 2, but using the same block palette as the main tower and same style of roof. The final thing for this is the roofs for the main structure. I want to, just like the rest of the build, keep details to the minimum, and for that I'm continuing to work with already established block palettes. Quickly running out of rockets here, but my goodness, I'm starting to like this castle more and more. The new small towers are really nice, but what I do think will be really nice is fixing up this edge and the bridge connecting this to the like side castle tower sort of thing. I think it's gonna look really cool. I'm just really happy with this castle. But before we build that up, let's actually work on completing the gunpowder farm. For that, we're gonna need a bunch of stone bricks, and pretty much all we need to do is continue extending up this cobblestone, stone brick here. That's gonna be a little annoying, but we do need to fill it with water, but that's the next problem. Well, it's complete. Jump it on down here. Time to fill up the corners with our glass panes. With that done, we just have to fill this with water, which is, yeah, it's going to be a challenge in of itself. Our level has to start at this level here, and we're just going to fill in the corners for now. And then I guess like 1 block in the middle, and we're going to need some kelp. Just use my last rocket, so it's really about time that we get this up and running. And of course, it's going to be a little difficult to fill since we already have bubbles going up a fair bit. But if we grab in some dirt here, planting a bit of kelp, that should... No, we don't get all the corner bits because we need to do that, and then we do get everything, and that should have us, yep, completely flat up here. Perfect. Let me go ahead and extend that up just in case. And now let's see, it's gonna be a jungle textured wall there, so maybe just grab some jungle and rooted dirt per chance, and that might be changed later, but we just need something for now. And our 3 spruce signs. All right, I don't have any rockets. We have none. Am I all out? No, we have 7 more. Okay, we gotta get this up and running in 7 rockets then. What we need to do is just grab 2 water buckets, I think. Put them in the back corners here. And no, that didn't work. Oh, right. I need to just do blocks over this entire space first. So now we just have to make sure that we waterlog this layer below this. Should be all good up there now. And if we just head here down into the depths, we clean these 6 buckets. Break our final bit of kelps and remove the floor. We shouldn't go zooming up. Good, because we need to add in a few water buckets just right here. And then which layer are we on? We're on this layer, so we start there, and we should go flying up. Yep, looks like every single thing is waterlogged. Then we'll realize pretty quickly if it's not, but it definitely feels like it. Okay, well then we have the creepers coming up here, and now they're just going to be falling straight down here. So we need to get them across here, and that is why we have belts and another rotation speed controller. Just need to get up here. I'm using too many rockets. And let's see. At this level here, bringing in 30 of our shafts, no vaults. I don't know why I was thinking of vaults. And if we just jump and... Oh, I saw it. Come on. I know you want to. I know you want to. Yes! Ooh, this is exciting. We'll bring her across the rest. And let's see if we can just squeeze in the power here. If this is sitting... Well, this is sitting in the wrong direction. Do that. And then... All right, what if we break you and replace you with a water wheel? Not gonna spin. Okay, that's fine. I think we have just a little bit of space that we can use right here to bring in that. Make sure that spins. And then we need to reach the side of this guy. Actually, no, that doesn't spin. Oh, we need to go one more higher. Just reach the side of this first. Real quick. Let's see, spinning that way should be correct. And okay, it was the wrong way. And moment of truth. There we go. Okay, now that should end up in the kill chamber whenever they go across there. And I guess theoretically we can kind of test this farm now. We just need to add on a little roof up here, because even though we don't have any walls to this, I don't think it should rain down creepers. Well, I'm gonna hope it's not gonna rain down creepers. So let's actually move the redstone link to activate the farm. Well, maybe we shouldn't move that. We should probably get a new redstone link before we move it. Okay, just remove the other one. And well, this is really the moment of truth. Oh, I remember the right floor. If we flip this and we just wait, there should be creepers here soon. I really hope. I've spent so many hours on this so far. I just please be creepers. I don't think it's gonna be super fast right now because I haven't actually, well, lit up any caves yet. But I hope we're at least gonna see one. Maybe. Oh, it works. It works. It actually works. Oh, and it's even like... Oh, wow. It's actually kind of fast already. Wow. Okay, well, fast is maybe an overstatement, but it's not slow. Okay, well, it's kind of slow. I won't lie. It's kind of kind of slow. But, you know, we've got it automated. I don't actually have any way to get it out of there yet, but there's 23 gunpowder in there. And theoretically, this should work if we're just running around the area now because of the magma box. So I will actually leave it on because I don't think I'm going to accidentally blow it up. At least I hope I won't. So I'm going to grab a depot and a brass funnel where we can extract stone bricks. Ah, there we go. Our first stack of gunpowder. And we're just going to assign here. Private. Don't take. And doing that, and there's another stack. How much is in there? I don't think it's updated just yet. Oh, 48. We had almost 30 stacks already. Oh my god, the caves aren't even lit up, and I've just been around the area. But that is 30 stacks of rockets, which is so nice. And actually, I do have to head up and turn the farm off because we need to detail the bridge. So yoink, and back to building we go. First, I want to encase the stone brick structure we just built. Basically, just using the same palette as the main keep, but on a smaller scale to do this. Absolutely no chance for an interior here, as the creeper farm takes up pretty much all of the space available. Then the final bit of this castle, the connecting bridge between the main keep and side tower. I'm building up a supporting structure before encasing the belts themselves so that we don't have any creepers escaping the farm and blowing stuff up. Well, I want to look at this pretty far away. So let's just interrupt our friendly Jojo. Hi. What on earth is he doing? I mean, he's making something cool. Just got no idea what he's making, but he's making something cool here. Also, somehow hasn't noticed me. What on earth is this thing? What on earth is he making?
Damn! Stop it!
I've been standing here commentating for a bit. What is this?
It's my deployer press. I can switch, so it's in pressing mode. Now it's in deploying mode.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Do you like my hidden bulk processors?
Yeah. What?
Pretty cool
Wow,
trick, right?
This is so cool.
It's copycat
Yeah,
steps
copycat.
and inverted stairs.
Ah.
Makes it look
Ah.
like you just have the smelting stuff from an and it's pretty like it's not too bad to use either. You just kind of have to get the items under the stairs.
Yeah. No, that
And-
is really easy actually.
It's also idiot-proof. You can't hurt yourself with the particles. Can't
That's
even
true.
elytra there because it's a half block space.
Oh wow, it's idiot proof. I mean, I was gonna show you something cool, but I think you've just shown me something cooler, so maybe not.
Are you gonna show me the castle? Because
I
I,
mean,
already
you
saw
could
the
just-
castle and it hurt
you-
my feelings.
You could just.
No, I know. I could just walk out here and there's a castle on my.
You have such a
Oh my
good view of it,
God.
though. That looks so good from here.
Oh, that is a gorgeous view.
I mean, if Foxy would just like, you know, remove the eyesore.
I've been thinking about maybe replacing it with glass.
I've been thinking about ramming a, I don't know, a slime bucket machine or something into it, pushing it to the side or something like that.
That is gorgeous. That's some of your best.
And it is honestly some of my best work. And honestly, you are at the distance that you want to look at this castle from, because it's
No, I know.
purposefully built to be looked at from a distance.
It's hard to even be like jealous. Like how does a man use dirt in a build that looks that good? I can't believe
There
it.
is a
There's dirt
lot of
blocks.
dirt, in fact, in that build.
There's a considerable amount of dirt.
I'm just gonna go and sit and stand at it and look at it.
Yeah, dude, just like take a day off just in the castle. Just take a vacation in your own castle.
Dude, the cat inside of the castle, though.
Well,
No.
who cares
No.
about the inside of the castle? I mean, we're gonna talk about that.
We're nearing completion of this castle, but there's still one more thing that we need to do. We need to build a tree. And for this, of course, we're gonna have to do a little more material gathering, so I'm gonna need to reclaim some of these shulker boxes. Before we can head over to the wood chopping place, though, to gather up some leaves, I need to restock on some bone meal. So heading on down into the cave, where I still have to put a bell on this, but not now, as we just need to grab maybe just a few stacks of bones. What I want to make these trees out of the most is actually jungle, and of course I didn't even take the bone meal. So fly it up here to the top of these. We gotta bring down the leaves, and oh, I'm gonna waste so many saplings doing this. Might make my life just a little easier here by maybe just flying over to the forest and chopping down a few birch trees here. Then back over at the forest shopping site, I just need to grow up a bunch of azalea trees, as I need a bunch more azalea leaves. All our leaves then are 2 boxes, and we can head on back. Let's just quickly make it. Ouch. We can stop by the workshop where I need to just strip down a bunch of spruce logs. Perfect. Just gonna need a few more spruce bits here and mud. Grab that into mud bricks and get that into mud brick walls. Then we're gonna need a couple of more stairs and we're gonna need a couple more slabs. With that, we should only need 1 more block to make these trees, and it's a bit of an odd one. And it's gonna involve a lot of moss and cobblestone, actually. We'll just head down into the cave yet again, and not in any of these spikes. Woo. And with that turned into mostly cobblestone slabs, we have everything we need to build our tree, or well, trees. As in every episode of this series, I want to design a new tree to improve my tree building skills. Today, I even designed two very similar trees, this being the smaller of the two. Then, as I thought covering all of the hills around the mountain in the same tree would look a bit boring, I also designed a much larger version of the pine tree, dotting these in all around the castle to make the castle fit into the surrounding terrain. And while I do this, you should consider subscribing if you want to join me on this tree building journey. And taking a peek over here by JoJo's base, it's looking so good. I've been turning on the shaders and I love it so much. We do need to eventually continue this pathway over towards Beta's power company, and yeah, the lines are going a little close to the trees, but I'm sure it's fine. And the trees definitely look like a little old up close, but I do really like them. Definitely different, but that's not a bad thing. And I just really like the vibe of my entire area here in Spawn. But we are out of time for this episode, and we do have a fully functioning creeper farm now, which is so amazing. You can just hear how good it's working, and we're already up to almost 9,000 gunpowder in here because, well, it works when I'm just in the area. It's also just a great source of XP, as it takes around a minute to repair a fully broken tool. But as I was saying, this is all that I have time for today, so thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.